what I have here today is, I guess it's not my first, but it's actually my second Aragon watch. I previously had an Aragon Sky Guardian, the green chronograph. It was like the second watch I picked up when I started to really collect watches. I thought it was okay. I hated the band on it. I don't know, I wasn't super happy with it, and I eventually sold it, and it was one of the first watches I ever sold. They just released this. This is the Divemaster II. They have the Divemaster 1, but they changed some things. They added a Cyclops to this one. I guess I'll go ahead and just open it up and talk about it while we're looking at it. Since they come in pretty nice large boxes. Like I said, this is actually a brand new one. I got this directly from Aragon. Oh boy. One of the reasons that I went with this was I don't have an orange dialed watch, and so I was feeding kind of a need for an orange watch, and boy, there it is. That is definitely orange. This is the brand new. These just came out last week. I've been looking for something with an orange dial, and the orange on this dial is pretty cool. It's just a really nice deep tangerine color, and I like this one better than the original Divemaster for a lot of reasons. I'm actually a fan of the Cyclopses. I think it gives it a little bit of texture and depth to your watch, to the face of your watch. It doesn't look so samey when they put Cyclopses on them. And another thing was that they used white loom around the bezel on this one instead of that yellowed colored loom, which is one of the things on the Evo that I really don't like. It has that kind of greeny yellow loom. I just think looks kind of junky, to be honest. But the white loom, I think, is a little more, I don't want to say kind of a classy look to it. It just looks tighter and more of a refined look. And so I think that stainless on this, the white on top of the stainless, actually looks pretty dang cool. And then they also use the white loom on the little indicators, the hour indicators on the inside as well as on the hands. They also use these kind of segmented hands instead of solid pointy ones like they did on the Divemaster 1. I think those are the main changes. They also have just different colors. I'm going to say that this is actually a pretty nice sized, a pretty nice bracelet. Doesn't feel cheap at all. Comes ready for a guy that's probably about 4 times my size. So I'll probably take out about, I don't know, 6 or 8 or 10 links out of this thing. And I'm almost not making a joke there. This one does sport a Seiko 2 and H35, which is a pretty decent movement. Get the plastic off here and see, take a look at the movement. If I recall, these aren't exactly the most attractive looking movements, but has a screw down crown, which is pretty nice. They use K1 hardened crystals on these. They don't use sapphires, which I think cuts down on the cost and makes these things much more affordable, so that's okay. Hand moves nice and smooth. And feel it winding, but I can't. There it goes. Here's how you set the date. Looks like on this, I cannot remember if this is a hackable movement. Nice. The 35, yeah, it is a hackable movement. They've got Aragon there on the buckle, on the bottom. Check the bezel on it, the movement. Boy, pretty good quality for, you know, I don't know that Aragons necessarily have a reputation, unless you're highbrow and you're only into Swiss movements and all that. Well, your whole collection can't be just full of Swiss movements and German watches and all that stuff. You're going to have some kind of middle-of-the-road watches, and whether it's automatics or quartz. And you know, I think if you're going to get a more inexpensive automatic, I think an Aragon's a pretty safe bet. I'm pretty happy with this one and how it's turned out. I've got another Aragon on the way, and so I'll when that gets here, I'll put up another video of that, so stay tuned for that one. It's a much different Aragon than this one. It's not a dive watch. This is a 45 millimeter. This is not the 50. 50 is just too crazy big, in my opinion. But these actually wear and fit pretty decent, but a 50 still would have just been kind of ridiculous, because that's pretty big. They're how thick are these? They're 17 millimeters thick, so they're pretty chunky. I think the 50 is even another millimeter or two thicker than this, and the bracelet's like 4 on this millimeters thick, and I think it's 5 on the 50s. One thing that I do want to mention about the loom on this is that is another standout from the Divemaster 1, is that the outer loom is blue and the inner loom is, I believe, green. So that's pretty cool to see. I'm curious to see the quality of the loom, just how bright it really comes out and how long it lasts. I'm actually very pleased with the quality, the looks, and the value of this Aragon Divemaster II. Make sure that you subscribe. I've got so many more watches. I've got this Lachronos in the mail here today as well, and I'll get that video up as well, so you want to check that out. This is a crazy watch. It's an automatic. I've got reviews on most of the watches here, and I'll eventually be getting them all out to you once I cut them. Thanks for tuning in today, guys, and I'll catch you on the next review.